Lead is a valuable metal and involves a lot of intensive mining and refining stages. India has lead reserves of only 2.5% with a total availability of only 2.2 million tons. For these reasons, lead recycling has gained momentum in recent times in India. Hello and welcome to Enterclimate. My name is Shaleen and let's begin the video with an overview of lead scrap import business. While lead acid battery scrap is the primary source of secondary lead production, other lead scraps like mixed lead scrap and alloys of lead are also imported. Lead is one of the highest recycled metals in India. An importer or a recycler who wants to import lead scrap can do so after obtaining a valid registration from the concerned State Pollution Control Board or Pollution Control Committee and then applying to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change for the import permission. The guidelines for registration of lead recycling units have been provided by the CPCB. Only after having the necessary registration from the concerned SPCB can the recycler or the importer apply to the Ministry for import permission. The lead scrap import in India includes lead battery plates, battery lugs, scrap lead wheel weights, mixed common Babbitt scrap, lead solder scrap, lead covered copper cable scrap, lead covered cable joint scrap, linotype scrap, monotype scrap, lead oxide residue, antimony content scrap. Let's see what are the steps to obtain the permission for import of lead scrap in India. Step 1 is registration with the concerned State Pollution Control Board. The importer here has to make an application in Form 16 to the State Pollution Control Board for their registration on a one-time basis. After receiving the application, a site inspection will be carried out by a site inspection officer to verify the installed machinery in the facility. After being satisfied that the recycler or the importer has an environment-friendly technology, technical capabilities and the pollution control equipments, the State Pollution Control Board at their discretion will grant the unit a registration. Step 2 is acquiring the permission to import lead scrap from the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The lead import of used lead acid batteries is permitted only to recyclers having the installed automatic battery breaker units, but it is subjected to further obtaining import permission from the ministry. Apart from a valid registration, the applications for the importing of lead scrap and used lead acid batteries require a valid consent to operate and authorization, analysis report of stack emission, ambient air quality, work zone environment, wastewater, soil and groundwater report, especially in respect to lead content. The latest blood reports of workers engaged in lead processing and refining, process flowchart of recycling, reprocessing of hazardous waste and details of pollution control equipments installed, details of air pollution control systems installed along with the diagram and specifications, details of effluent treatment plants for the treatment of discharge from scrubbers and acidic wastewaters, details of on-site secured storage facilities for slag generated. Apart from the permission to import, let's now look at the other licenses required for the import. These are the Certificate of Registration, Consent Certificate, DGFT license, membership of a common TSDF operator for the final disposal of slag after recycling lead-bearing waste. Now there are some standard operating procedures that must be ensured while importing lead scrap. For instance, the application must specifically be for fully drained used lead acid batteries as undrained batteries import is not permitted. The applicant must also have the mechanical battery breaking equipment with an acoustic enclosure, dust and fume extraction system and a wet separation system for lead and plastic waste. An undertaking that the applicant has installed all the equipments required for lead-bearing scrap recycling. They should give an undertaking that all the pollution control devices and effluent treatment plants for treating trade effluents have been installed and are of adequate capacity. There were some other additional guidelines that the ministry issued in case of lead scrap. An expert working group was constituted by the ministry to review the import of export policy of hazardous and other waste, particularly lead waste. The committee gave its report in May 2020. As per the recommendation of the expert working group, the following information needs to be submitted by the applicant. Actual production from the unit in the past 5 years, documents related to the date of establishment and the exact operation date of the unit, documents regarding the export of high purity lead, lead alloys, lead compounds if any. The applicant must also submit this information along with Form 5 and the other relevant documents to the ministry. Let's conclude this video by understanding the scope of import of lead scrap. Lead recycling in India will mean much lesser waste generation and residue that would have been generated from lead production. The import also lessens the burden on landfills by indirectly reducing waste generation and therefore dumping it in landfills. Compared to the primary metallurgy activities, lead recycling by importing the metal is a guaranteed way of earning profits from a waste management business in a short time. The import of lead scrap and its processing to produce secondary lead is a sustainable option, keeping in view the limited reserves of this metal. Proper assistance and guidance in setting up this business and obtaining an import license will indeed prove beneficial for entrepreneurs entering the booming lead scrap metal business. Enterclimate can assist your business in this consent and export permission process and help you with all your post-compliances. We are the leading environmental consultancy company renowned for our technology-driven solutions for a wide range of environmental licensing and compliance services. I hope you found this information useful. Please like this video if you did. Also subscribe to our channel for more such startup ideas and business solutions. Thank you.